Welcome to Shakori Sessions. I'm your host, David Dean, Marketing Director for the Shakori Hills Grassroots Festival of Music and Dance. Once a month on this program, we will highlight Shakori Hills Grassroots alumni and news from the festival. You can find us online at shakorisessions.com and download the podcast on all major podcast channels. I'm joined today by Sierra Ferrell and her fiddle player, Nate Leath, at Circle City Recording in beautiful Pittsboro, North Carolina.
Give it time. Take one.
Well, I was going through the drawer at an old antique store when a note on a page caught my eye. Words they were sad, made my insides feel bad, like it spoke from the man that I adore. He was moving on, he spent most of his nights gone, and I knew our love was ending. To this very day I still get tears in my eyes for the words he never said. Give it time, write some letters. Give it time, you feel better. And soon I will fade from your mind. Give it time, no more sleepless nights. Give it time and you'll find the one that's right. You think that you still need them, just give it time. Give it time, you'll feel better. Give it time, write some letters. Soon they will fade from your mind. Give it time, no more sleepless nights. Give it time, you found the one that's right. You think that you still need them, just give it time.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Now we kind of get into the less fun part, I guess, right? Me picking your brain a little bit. So we were talking earlier about your travels and, you know, kind of what brought you here. And we were talking about busking on the streets of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
You just got a traveling Jones? Like, where did the busking thing come from?
Well, I used to do the traveling thing, like where I would just like hitchhike or ride trains sometimes, and caravan as well. Just like, you know, and gas jug and stuff and such stuff like that. And so like I would need to make money, so I thought that maybe I would just start busking instead of begging for it.
Yeah, right.
And then I just started doing it all the time because I felt like I started to be able to harness that way of making money. I thought it wasn't like the way it was like in the beginning. I didn't make much money at first, but then like it started happening to where I could actually do it as a job, and It was like pretty much getting me everything I needed. Not everything I wanted, but I ate well, and I slept in my van most of the time or at a friend's house.
And you left, that's from leaving West Virginia, right? You're originally
Yeah,
from?
when I first left West Virginia, I probably hitchhiked and rode trains more. It was like my early 20s.
Hopping trains?
Hmm.
I had a buddy in college that would do that. He'd take off for 4 weeks and go hop trains from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And he'd disappear. He was a drummer in a band called Redgrass. And they'd have to book their tours around like whether he was hopping trains or not.
That is pretty phenomenal. I love that.
I can see that happening with Sierra someday.
Right, she just takes off.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of a air conditioned gypsy these days.
Not such a bad thing, especially when it's 99 degrees or whatever it is outside on the 4th of October.
I like clean, soft surfaces. So.
Clean, soft surfaces.
Yeah, I like to. I'm kind of spoiled. I don't think I could ever leave him again.
Well, and you got a lot of hotel rooms.
Yeah,
in your
there's
future.
a lot of those. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, you got a pretty big year. 2019 is like kind of a milestone year for you, right? I mean, new management, new label. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I've recently been signed to Rounder Records, and I'm being managed by an amazing manager named Daf Ramseur.
Who also works with Avett Brothers.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, that's where he made his mark and been picking up some killer acts too. Yeah.
And so then I also have like the Paradigm Agency, which I work with Keith Levy and Yitzi, and they do like the booking, which actually I think Keith Levy and his wife just had a couple twins. So
oh, did they?
He's been out of office, but that's kind of a happy note there.
That is a happy note. That's jumping right into the deep end.
Yeah. Well, I heard that they had a boy and a girl, so then they're done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like twins.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect happy family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old and 50% of the time anyway. And they were out at Shakori last night, and we had a ball. And so the girl's the oldest, boy's youngest, and he stepped right up to the mic on the front porch stage and started singing. Like, I mean, he didn't hesitate. Just somebody was playing Old Town Road.
Yeah.
On this kid was like 13 playing Old Town Road on the piano. He just stepped right up, started playing. I was singing. They so you've released what, 2 full-length albums?
Yes. But they weren't really. There wasn't release days, or I didn't have a big party about it. It was just
Right.
It was just me and my good friend Eric McConnell, which we produced and played a lot of the instruments on it together, just hanging out for fun. But then like John Miller played on some stuff, and Joe Fulton played fiddle. Frank Rishi played some guitar on some stuff from the Rishi family. I don't know if you know who they are.
And so were these folks that you just met along the way, or?
Yeah, well, I've known John Miller for a long time. He's a West Virginian, and he was like in that festival circuit where we would see each other.
Cool.
Often from just playing music.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so you released like 2 tracks at a time on Bandcamp, and then you'd release a whole album, and then you kind of did that again. It was like, for a couple, like almost a month there, you packed a couple of tracks and then you released a whole album.
Yeah.
And then you did it again in the fall. That was in the spring, and then in the fall you did it again. Like, are you writing just a boatload?
No, that's stuff from 2014.
Okay.
The first album, like Pretty Magic Spell, is from like 2014, and Washington by the Sea is from 2017 maybe.
Okay, so it's just kind of when it got posted or whatever.
Right now, she is writing a bunch. She's can pick up her guitar and just give her any kind of subject matter, and she starts going at it. She'll write a song in 15 minutes, and it's beautiful.
Really?
Oh, thank you. He helps. He's my best friend and my favorite person to be around to write songs. I feel like we kind of like give each other that power to Also, a lot of times if I just make up a song, it's just in and out and gone, and I just
Right.
don't remember it. But he's been recording we've got 3 new songs that are in the works just by him recording me, and I don't even know how they go now, but they're there.
they're on a device somewhere.
They were nice,
And-
like he said.
and
he
they're
liked the
gold
melody.
too. They're really good.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And so you're just sitting around playing and writing and bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
going through the notions, eating snacks.
We watch scary movies.
We watch scary movies.
Get inspired by scary
Yes,
movies.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Well, what's next? You got Rounder and Dolph and international talent agency behind you. I mean, that's fantastic. Where are we going to do next?
Well, I'm going to try to make a solid gold album or record. Let's hope. At least in my mind, I want it to be. So then, something I can be proud of. Which, I mean, I'm proud of those albums, but like I want bigger. Like I want orchestras and
Really?
like horn sections and like maybe not all the songs because I imagine that's expensive, but maybe just on like a couple songs, like beef up a couple of songs to where they're like, oh.
Right. A big full sound.
There's like a girl in the background going, oh, you know what I mean? Like, like those old albums, they used to all have that stuff in it. But
That was beautiful.
Thank
You can do it. Just lay down the track, right?
yep, probably. But I would like to even have like a woman's choir on a couple songs. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Or like,
Yeah. That's I've always liked the 3-piece horns and three female singers.
oh yeah.
And a good solid rhythm section and a Hammond B3. But then with what y'all are doing, I mean, that's taking your music in a totally different direction. What you're talking about, it really opens up a lot of doors.
We'll keep it simple though.
Right.
We'll strip it down and make it good.
To where you pull it up, there's not like this many like different things going on. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you
Yeah.
pull up the map of a song. Mine's are usually like this.
They can't see that on radio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was really small. It was really short.
You can't see what I'm doing. It's fine.
As you can see from the weather over here. So you're just throwing out subject matter and writing. What are some of your favorite subjects to write about?
Love
Like-
and loss.
Yeah.
Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering.
Is that because it's a root? It's kind of part of who you are too. It's easy to
It's
tap
just
into.
easy.
It's easy.
It's easy. I feel like music is really therapeutic for me. It's a way to release, I guess. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of my superpowers. And from what I get messages now every day anymore, and people say that my music helps them, and I think that's pretty phenomenal, and I'm very honored that I have that ability to touch people in ways like where they're like, you're helping me get through this traumatic thing that's happening in my life. And
Yeah.
now, not only do I've always loved playing music and singing, but now I feel like I have a real reason to do it, is to help people get through things. And like sometimes singing about something sad, someone can like sing along with it and then kind of cope with what they're going through. So I kind of feel like it's not only something I love to do, but now it's my job. And I can.
You feel a responsibility.
Yeah, I feel yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
1, 2, 3. Don't be afraid of the darkness, no, don't be ashamed of the light. My love for you's a deep blue ocean, baby, I just wanna swim inside. I wanna go with you everywhere, yes, even I would write your name upon the stars. My love for you's a fire in motion, baby.
I mean, you talked about y'all giving each other goosebumps when you play together.
Yeah, it's
mean,
real.
Yeah, right. That's how I really judge whether or not a band's any good. You know, people would send me CDs all the time. Hey, we'd like to play the festival, or would you think about booking us? When I was booking Imagine bands and stuff, and out of his stack, and I would listen to them. But if you're not going to give me goosebumps in the first couple of tracks, then sorry, you're going into a different pile.
Yeah, we like music that moves us, and we were a little worried about it at first. It's like every time we play, split second, we both have goosebumps.
I was like, maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I need to go to the doctor. Like, it's not normal, you know. Like,
I've got a book I need to pass on to you. It's about why some people get goosebumps when they listen to music, and kind of your brain on music, and it's pretty powerful stuff. Y'all would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd like to read that.
Yeah, I'll pass it on for sure. Let's see, I had a couple more. Yeah, In Dreams, 1.2 million views as of this morning on YouTube. I mean, does that kind of trip you out? Like you're coming from busking to, make a simple YouTube video and 1.2 million views.
that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty amazing. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would ever have a video where it has reached that many views from people all over,
Yeah.
And when I wrote that song, I actually wrote that song in New Orleans. And whenever we recorded it, I just wrote it within like that month. So I feel like whenever you capture me singing a song I just wrote, you can hear it. You can hear it in the song because I just wrote it, and it's like I feel like I sing it the best then because it's fresh and new.
Yeah.
And
it's probably why we like to only do one or two takes when we record songs together.
Just like today. I mean, y'all laid down like 3 tracks, 2 of which
they only get worse as we go.
The more times we play them in a row, for sure.
Because you're just overthinking it?
We already did it.
I mean, we already did it.
Why are we doing it again? Right? Yeah.
It'd be like rehearsing something in the mirror to talk to a girl when you're like 15 or whatever. Like, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. That's true. Yeah, it's not going to come out natural, and yeah, she's not going to be interested. To all you 15-year-olds out there.
That's good.
Who are some of your vocal influences?
That's a loaded potato.
But
okay.
Give me the full enchilada answer.
Okay, so whenever I was growing up, I didn't really even listen to old stuff. I listened to like the radio, like 90s. My mom always would listen to the radio. She hated it though. I was always changing the station. She was like, "Pick a station," But you know how that goes when you're listening to the radio.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to 90s stuff, and I would sing Tracy Chapman all the time, and like Shania Twain. I would sing a lot of her.
Nice.
And I did a lot of karaoke at a very young age, so I felt like that has helped prep me a lot. Honestly, just going and singing karaoke all the time.
You've got to get over the stage fright thing if you're going to be up singing karaoke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are like little bars in South Charleston, West Virginia, so it's just like not really like that many people are going to be there.
Right. But still, it takes some courage to get up there at whatever age.
Yeah.
And do it, right?
I felt like at a young age, I did kind of break the stage fear because the fear of being on stage, because my mom always pushed me to like be like in the limelight, because she'd always be like, sing a song, like it got kind of embarrassing sometimes because she would be like, I'm like, Mom, I'm just trying to hang out, like stop like putting me on the spot. But
so she could hear that you had a unique sound.
Yeah, she's always encouraged me to sing.
Awesome.
And that's just something I've always done and loved, and I would try to get my family involved. Be like, hey, let's family band, like, yeah, because nothing like those blood harmonies, just like the Louvin brothers.
Nice.
The Everly brothers,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I know family bands. They've just a kind of natural harmony and timing that you just really hard to get. So do your folks play? I mean, do your
Not
family?
really.
No?
Play the radio.
You have to play the radio.
Play with the radio. What does your mom think about all this going on now?
Oh man, she hated me traveling.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's really not much in West Virginia for me besides the beautiful nature, of course. Like in
Right.
Fayetteville, there's awesome. You know, there's all kinds of parks throughout West Virginia. That's awesome. But, like, for me as a career-wise or just, like, to stay there, there's really wasn't much keeping me there. And I was like, I need to be where more people are, where more musicians are, where more music
Yeah.
that I would want to hear, you know?
Yeah, for sure. There's another book about that, you know, people who have great talent also need to be around
People who are better than them.
people who are going to push them. Yeah.
Yeah.
People who are going to push them, and that can help nurture that talent too, right? And they can, so it's, yeah, it helps you create. It helps them do their thing too. So and you're in Nashville, been there for a bit.
With all the players.
Yeah. I see you've got some shows coming up. You got Todd Snyder.
Yeah.
Playing with him.
In California.
Yeah.
Nate's going to be coming with me to those as well.
Oh, good.
And there's talk of some Washington State gigs coming up in Seattle. So, which we just agreed to actually do. So that's happening too.
Awesome. Nice. Kind of return to your second home, right?
So you should follow me on Instagram. I keep people posted on what's going on, and also Facebook. And so you can keep your eyes on me to see what I'm doing next and if I'm coming near you. So
Awesome. What's your website?
SierraFerrellMusic.com.
Awesome. Beautiful. And of course, Facebook, Instagram, and everything. For that, she is returning. The reason we're sitting here with her in Pittsboro, North Carolina today, and with Nathaniel. I'm getting that eat shit and die look right now.
It's Nathan.
Leath.
I did that on purpose.
Leath. Sounds like lethal.
Thank you, Nathan.
What?
God. So the
Lethal.
I did that just so I could get an evil look from him.
He got it. I synced it.
Have you ever gotten that look?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get hangry.
You should see him, yeah. When he's hangry, it's bad.
Man, we got barbecue out there.
Oh, good food over here, y'all.
Oh.
Good eats around here.
Well, thank you for coming. We definitely want to thank the Pickle Jar for the food.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Pickle Jar.
That food was amazing. Thank you so much.
That was a big deal.
It was a big deal. It's a rare thing to get good food like that on the road, right? We thank you to Rounder. Thank you to Ramseur Management and everybody who made this happen today. We look forward to having you back at Shakori. And hopefully we look forward to one day where we can't even afford to have you back, and we will applaud you then as well.
Well, if you keep bringing the snacks and the hangs, I'll probably still show up. So
Cool. We'll take you up on that. Thank you both.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Of course, man. Awesome.
Ding Dong Daddy, take one. Well, you're my ding dong daddy from far away, and I'm your little butterball. I'm just a fatty who's trying to eat it all. Well, now I've got titty nipples, and how they look like Hershey kisses. If you dig real hard, you're gonna find yourself an almond joy. I got you you figured out. Oh yes, now I know what you are all about. I see you out behind the house, y'all drinking water from the hose. So now don't you shed not one single tear fall. You know I'm gonna be right here. Well, now come back home to your mama when you get through. Well, now won't you come back home? Ooh, won't you come back home when you get through?
Thank you for joining us for the Shakori Sessions. Stay tuned as more episodes will be released with each full moon in 2020. We would like to extend a very special thanks to John De La Force, audio engineer and owner of Circle City Recording, for sharing his time and talents with us. This program would not be possible without his support and shared vision for bringing you high-quality sound. Make sure you subscribe to future podcasts as we improve our process for your enjoyment. Future episodes will include interviews with Jeb Puryear, guitarist vocalist for Donna the Buffalo, Consider the Source, Western Centuries, Haley Jane, and Rebecca Todd, amongst others. Find us online at shakorisessions.com or search Shakori Sessions to join us on Instagram and Facebook. This has been the first Shakori Session. Thank you for listening.